I should took a minute because the screen needed to transition. Alright, folks, welcome back to Murder Case, One More Shot of Whiskey. A couple of games dropped that I really wanted to play, and then I realized I never finished 2 demos that I was currently in the middle of playing. So I was left with a choice. A choice to continue on and complete those demos or jump to something else. I chose to complete the demos, and then we'll jump to something else. JP the third here. Let's get back into it. We were just meeting this lady and her dog. We'll see where it goes. I've completely forgot the voices I was doing for these people, so... And it's been a long day, so you'll forgive me if on this one I just read it straight out. I apologize. I'm sorry I made you wait. Can I offer you some tea? The famous sleeping wife. She was different from how I imagined her. Good evening, Mrs. Goldberg. We are fine, thank you. We know it's a little bit late, but if you don't mind, we'd like to ask you some questions regarding your husband. My husband? I still can't believe. Is she crying? Well, yeah, her husband is dead. I imagine she feels some kind of way about it, although the dog is. Interesting. How insensitive. It's okay, Nellie. Jesus, I'm so embarrassed. We understand what you're going through. Don't worry. I'm sorry. It's just... It was so sudden. Do you need some time before continuing? Oh, I'm fine. Okay. Miss Nellie, you've been of great help today, but we'd like to talk with Mrs. Goldberg in private. Of course. Call me if you need anything. We could finally get rid of her. I feel lighter now. Miss Nellie told us you spent the weekend out with your daughter. Oh, that. We went to our summer home in the Hamptons. Okay, so this is definitely America then. Why would you have a summer home? Never mind. Whatever. Summer home in the Hamptons. That works fine, I'm sure. Yeah, people have summer homes in the Hamptons. I don't know why I'm tripping. I just figured if you're rich enough at this point, you'd have a summer home somewhere else. Like, the Hamptons is very 1980s rich. I don't know, I'm being stereotypical. Is there any particular reason for you to go? I just want to spend some time with Catherine. She's been very busy lately. Busy? Oh. She started working in my husband's company a few months ago. She's very serious about her work. I see. So, Catherine and Mr. Goldberg hold a good relationship? Not again. I don't like this guy at all. Sorry. Catherine was Charles' little princess. Wrong punctuation there. He loved her so much. What about Mr. Goldberg's relationship with his son? David? Oh, well. Charles was very proud of him. He worked for a prestigious firm in Hong Kong. Always been a very intelligent boy, just like his father. But he never accepted his father to remarry. Yeah, you can kind of see where the language barrier starts kicking in right around here. I'd say he was somewhat distant with us, but he was always polite and well behaved. I see. Did you notice anything unusual in Mr. Goldberg's behavior? What was that like? I recall Catherine telling me the executives have been behaving very aggressively lately. What do you mean? My husband was the majority owner of his company, so he had the last word when decisions were taken. Apparently he had some kind of disagreement with the bigger shareholders. Okay. Other shareholders. Do you know why? I'm sorry. I don't know much about it. Thank you very much, Mrs. Goldberg. I hope I was helpful. You were of great help. She's completely different from Nellie. Is there anything more you want to ask? We're done for now. May I ask Nellie to accompany you to the door? Oh, we're fine. Thank you for your cooperation. Then, if you excuse me. Whoa, she was so nice. Moron. What are you thinking? It's nothing. Let's get going. It's late. Sure. Well, we're back in. We gathered a lot of new information about this case. Good job, Reilly. Thanks. I don't remember half of it, though. Maybe we should, sum it up now? Reilly, could you come closer for a moment? What? Victoria? Shh. I think someone is spying on us. What? Let's talk in the car. If somebody was spying on you, that would not be a good place to hide. And try to act natural. Come on, detective. We should head back to the commissary. Yeah. What the hell was that? Those bloody cops. Always sticking their noses where they don't belong. Oh God, what was that? I'm still shaking. I thought she was gonna kiss me or something. What am I, 14? If Jones were here, he'd laugh at me. Damn Jones. Stop judging me telepathically. Detective. Yes? You're so quiet. I was mentally reviewing the case. Should we go through what we have until now? Sure. Now we know Miss Goldberg was being poisoned with something supplied in low doses, yet we still don't know what or how. If there's poison traces on the sample you took, we'll have a first candidate. Yeah, but even if it does, we don't know who had put it there. Yeah, that's right. It could have been a family member, an employee, even someone from outside. Like one of those shareholders from American Psycho. We need to go talk to them. Then we have... What's that? My stomach. I really want a cheeseburger. I'm sorry I got so late. Don't worry, I'll grab something from Porky's once we arrive. Have you been there? It's a 1 minute walk from the commissary. I haven't. Oh, maybe we can go together. Detective? Yes? Should we keep reviewing the case? Of course. Well, let's take a look at the victim's relationships. He had two house employees, Nellie the housekeeper and Rodrigo Quintana, the janitor, who didn't show the day of the death. I had already totally forgotten about the janitor. We know that Nellie didn't like him, but we don't have much information about Rodrigo. Then, the family members. He had a co-relationship with his son David, and apparently an excellent one with his daughter and wife. The wife seemed pretty affected, though we don't know if she had something to gain with his death. You mean the inheritance? That's exactly what I mean. I'm holding my tongue until I actually get to the end of the demo, but there's a lot to critique here. Then, the company's shareholders. There's still a long way to go. I guess so. No, we're here. I'll park over there. Okay. Should I ask her or not? Detective? By the way. Quick save. Why not? It's only the demo. Oh. Just if you feel like it. I'm a little tired tonight. Of course, it's been a crazy day. I'm sorry. I'll be. We can go any other day. Then, see you tomorrow? Yeah. And bricked. So much for that. Victoria had already left, but I spent some minutes inside the car hearing the rain falling. I feel exhausted and disappointed. Guess it's time for a cheeseburger and a good sleep. guess. Maybe? Took a minute to get back there. Good lord. So here we are again. I think to myself as I open the door of the commissary. Good morning. What is she doing here? Thrilled to see me, detective? Don't worry, I'm not here to talk about the case. Then why are you here? Then what? The situation is so embarrassing for me. Oh, don't worry, take your time. Say it already. Okay, what? It's just, I find you very attractive, detective. I spent the whole night thinking about that lousy shoes of yours. What? I'm joking, of course. Who could have such taste? I'm just here to inform you that against all odds, you have finished the demo. Miracles do happen, don't they? Okay, you being sarcastic. Did you know that I would have an extended break in this demo? What is she talking about? Let's see. Oh, it seems that you've only completed the 90% of it. Not that I'm surprised. If you enjoyed it, please comment and share. Doing all this work may seem easy, but it requires a lot of effort and dedication. Saying that. Oh, okay, this is where they go to our credits. And we'll go on out to the main menu. Alright, so that was Murder Files, One More Shot of Whiskey to demo. Overall, the game has some potential. It's clearly, whoever designed this game, whoever planned this game, either read a lot of Dave Baldacci or watched a lot of Law and Order. It's very, very in the tropes of those shows and those books. Just a New York cop drama, which I'm not exactly opposed to, just with better characters and tighter writing. At this point, we should know definitively whether or not this was a murder. I mean, the proof needs to be absolutely there. Like, the suspicion isn't enough, and you can dig into his family once you've established there's been a murder. But first, establish there's been a murder, and they have not established that yet. Secondly, Riley is an idiot. Like, he's a dumbass. And while there are stupid cop shows and stupid cops, unfortunately, the humor doesn't fit the situation. It's just he's not funny enough to carry the narrative on his own. Really, Victoria should be the main character. But they're trying to do this little romantic angle too. So the way they're doing it is interesting. So trying to tie in this romantic angle, and I don't know how I feel about the romance yet. I do know how I feel about the clear break between English and wherever these guys are developing the game from. It's just, they need to know the Hampton thing aside, which is just me being like, I don't have enough money to tell you whether or not people still vacation in the Hamptons in the summer or if they go somewhere else. But not knowing the police structure of, this is apparently supposed to be New York or somewhere roundabouts, not knowing the police structure, chain of command, having kind of like, clearly they're set up as technically small town cops, really, taking on a case that with these well-to-do people, but it just never connects. There's nothing there to give me the feeling like they're either aptly prepared or in over their heads, which is sad because the art direction is like, this is really good. They've got the aesthetic absolutely right of what they want to do. It's the execution of it that right now is the problem. So just tie writing, establishing a murder, like if you're gonna go New York cop drama, is to play within those tropes, then need to go ahead and have it on the news. Hey, this rich guy died, suspicion of murder, have the cops there, just the wife crying in the corner, and just you need to have them examining the body and looking for evidence at the scene, not days later when the whole scene has been compromised. I mean, it doesn't help make the game more mysterious. It just makes the search for evidence more annoying. Incorporating Ace Attorney mechanics into a cop game, essentially, that's going to have to be fleshed out a lot more. Again, you need the thing that makes the Ace Attorney mechanic work is the adversarial nature of trials. You have a limited amount of time and a limited amount of opportunities in a trial to make your point and have the evidence to back up what you say, naturally. So bringing that over to a trial game, it creates tension. It means that you have to be sharp and know what you're looking for and create the narrative you want in order to discover the truth. You don't know what the truth is or not. You have nothing to work with. You're just, it is kind of like, I mean, it's not even LA Noire, because LA Noire, you could examine the body, you could examine the crime scene, and regardless of the issues behind that game, there's just so little to go on here to really make it a fulfilling mystery that I wanted to succeed. Like I said, I love this aesthetic. I wish people who did crime stories and mystery stories would really kind of dive in and just not try to subvert the tropes, but work with them and pull out a really good story. But first, they need to establish a murder right off, make it clear that this guy died from foul play, make Reilly smarter, or make Victoria the main character. And honestly, I'd almost say shelve the romance, at least for now. It feels so forced right now, this early in the game. Like, and they can do whatever they want, of course. The developer is free to do whatever they want. But I feel like this is a story that's begging for somebody who, it's begging for somebody who's like a serial womanizer, and his partner is the one woman that kind of sees through his bullshit. It's what's that movie? And now I'm flipping on it. Macross Plus. So in Macross Plus, you have the pilot and his former childhood friend, and his other former childhood friend who he kind of had a crush on. They hint at it slightly, but as the story goes, it's clear that there was something between them that just never clicked, and then they hooked up. But that's kind of where it needs to start. It needs to kind of start with them being kind of on opposite sides of the romantic game. Her kind of seeing through his bullshit, him kind of, living up his bullshit, and let the romance naturally go from there. But trying to force it in this early just feels awkward. Overall, I want this kind of game to succeed. It has the right basics. The building blocks are there. You just gotta tie it all in now and make a real solid game out of it. That's going to be the challenge moving forward. Leave a like if you've enjoyed this series. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't thus far. And one more demo, we'll clear that out, and then we'll move on, because we got to do justice to Vengeful Hearts. Vengeful Heart? One of those. I'll see you guys in the next one.